Hello. Well, how are you? Well, it's Friday. Friday. Another weekend upon us. My brother's in town. I'm sorry, I'm sucking on a piece of candy. Num num. My brother's in town, and I'm gonna go see him tomorrow. He don't live that far away. I could probably go see him at his house, but he's always busy. Finger's getting better. It's not swollen. I prayed on yesterday. So it's better. So I have to take it off to do makeup, but I'm going to wear this for a couple more days and then we'll go from there. You know, it's healing. And I don't want to mess that up. So, gonna make my brother a couple things of pumpkin bread. He wants some pumpkin bread. Or banana bread. I don't know why I keep saying pumpkin bread. I really don't. I have pumpkin bread. But I'm going to go. I wonder if these are the same color. I don't think so. I'm going to go. I don't know. I'm trying to multitask. I'm trying to talk to you and do this at the same time. It is afternoon, by the way. It is, by all means, no morning. I got up this morning and I had things I had to do, so I had to take care of that before I could do anything else. And so, now I'm back. Now I'm available. And now we're going to do a little bit of vlogging. So, I had my granddaughter come stay with me last weekend. She had fun. She had a good time. And then it was time to go back home. She didn't want to go. I know. It's just a little bit different when you... It's just a little bit different when you don't have to parent them. Because then they just seem to have more fun. Because when they come down there, you know, it's all about them. And so the weekend is all about them and what they get to do. And they have fun with that. And then when they go home, it's back to the routine, you know. They have to get up and they have rules that, you know, if you have siblings, then your siblings are there. So now it's all about sharing stuff and dealing with your siblings being there. Whereas when you're staying with your grandparents for a weekend or a day or two or whatever, it is like it's all about you. And you don't have any siblings there to go put my makeup on at noon because I'm going out tonight. But, you know, you don't have to share anything with your siblings. Everything's all about you. I got my nails done. I did my nails. And yeah, it's my favorite color, red. It's got a lot of sparkly in it. And they're almond shaped, but they're really long. So they're like, yeah, I like it. I think they're a little long for what I want, but they're pretty nonetheless. So, I'm going to attempt to try to make some sourdough. But every time I get out my sourdough stuff, I end up putting it back. And the most I get to do, because it's been out all day, is feed it. I really want some. I'm just kind of being a little lazy about wanting to make it, you know. I got to get some more makeup stuff tonight. Yep. I'm going to go to a store and get it where they don't have it. The makeup place enclosed. The store I go to, sometimes they have it enclosed. So I don't go there anymore. I either go to a Walmart somewhere else where I know they don't have it enclosed, or I go to Target. So, yeah, my vitamin C stuff. My C stuff, I have vitamin C. This. Lotion right now. I like vitamin C stuff, or number 7 stuff, but it can be costly. But it is the higher end of the drugstore foundation stuff. But it works because it took all the red off my face. Other than what you see when I rub stuff in. It pretty much took everything off. So, nose is crooked. I broke my nose a couple of years ago. I have sprained my ankle so many times in my lifetime. Why did I do this at first? I'll take that off. So many times in my lifetime that I have weak ligaments. So sometimes when I walk wrong or I step down wrong, I go down and I twist my ankle. And the last time I did that, I fell smack down on my face. I mean, I fell. I fell hard enough that my head bounced and went back up. I heard it, and I definitely felt it. And I was at the store. So, of course, I was bleeding everywhere. I walked in, and there was a lady in there for some reason. She doesn't like me. I don't know what her deal is. And she saw me. She just kept on walking. She's like, I don't care. And I just finally yelled out, help me. So the one lady goes, oh my gosh. She come running over with paper towels. Anyway, my daughter come in the store and she about freaked out. And she says, asked me what happened, and I told her I fell. And so they were helping me out, and they asked if I wanted to call an ambulance. I said no. Sitting there, and pretty soon, just like somebody flipped a light switch, I had a headache. So I told them I had a headache. My daughter looked at the lady, and the lady looked at my daughter at the same time. They said, ambulance. So they called an ambulance. I said no to them. I didn't want to ride. So they took me across the street to my doctor's office. And he glued my stuff together. Because I had a gash here and a gash up here somewhere. And he glued them together. Came back in after he took the x-ray of my nose. He goes, as if to say, it's broke. So then they had to send me to another doctor that deals with broken bones. And I had, she says that as long as I could still breathe out of this side, which I could, she says they won't have to do any surgery if I don't want it. If I wanted surgery, they said they would fix it. And surgery, no. She says, if you ever want it fixed in the future, we can still do that. But we will have to break your nose because it'll heal that way. Well, you know, one day I'm going home. And when I do, I'll be perfect. I don't have to be perfect here. So, this is probably a wrong way to approach it, but I'm happy. I'm married. I don't have anybody to hunt for. My husband loves me. My family loves me. I mean, people love me the way I am. If you're going to like me, you're going to have to like and love me the way I am, because I'm not going in for surgery. And so it healed this way. You can't really tell. I mean, you can if you really look. I can tell when I put on my glasses. And I can tell I like the thick frame glasses. Mine are scratched. That's why I haven't been wearing them. I need to get some new glasses and I'll go back to the thick frames. But when I was telling the eye doctor about breaking my nose and how it, you know, sometimes the glasses hurt, he says the only kind of advice that he could give me would be to get some wire glasses like these. Well, I've had these for a while. And because my other prescription was the same, I went ahead and got the thick frame. The only thing that they made stronger was its progressive lenses, so they made the bifocals longer because they could get away with that in progressive lenses. He says that, so he would do that. But I think I'm going to need a new one of these pretty soon. This is starting to tear up. I really like my sponges. I've been using sponges ever since I got them. I haven't used any of the my brushes, foundation brushes, since I got that, because I like them. I don't want to put this on heavy. I don't want heavy makeup on today. I just want everything to be kind of light. So, I mean, it's like 12:30 or whatever, almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I just want it on light. I ain't going anywhere special. I gotta go after a while and get stuff, but I ain't going anywhere special. I'd like to have it on even lighter than it is on, but that's okay. I'll do it like this. No bigger Dell. No bigger wigger. I'm just in a mood. I'm in a funny mood. Anyway, I'm going to get all this stuff done. I got to do at least a load of laundry because I'm out of jammies. Either that or I could dip into my jammies that I put away because I had too many of them. Pull out one of those because, you know, my drawers are not very deep, so I only have so much in the way of, oh, my nose is running, so much in the way of space for clothes. I am going to go through, next time you see me vlog, this will be gone. I don't want it. I'm tired of waiting on it to disappear. So I am going to get rid of it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with all of my books and stuff. I mean, all that other stuff, as far as I'm concerned, can go in the trash or go wherever. I just don't want anything to happen to my books and my CDs. And I have a stand in the living room, so I could probably put my CDs on it, but I don't know what I'm going to do with my books. I'll probably put them all in the storage until my husband gets my bookshelf made, and then I will put them on my bookshelf. That's what I'm waiting on. So, and he's a busy man. My hands are like ice, so to touch my face is cold. But anyway, I'm kind of excited to go out. I've been wanting to go somewhere all week. The only place I went yesterday, well, I mean, I went to prayer group, and then my mom had to go to Walmart, so we went to Walmart, and we went to lunch. I was thinking Chick-fil-A, and she wanted Chick-fil-A, so we went to Chick-fil-A. So, and I still want Chick-fil-A, so I'm having a craving for it a lot. And now I'm not pregnant. I don't even have a factory to get pregnant with. But, and I'm too old. So, yeah, I want to go to Chick-fil-A. 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 I like chicken. I eat me some chicken. Oh, they got the best chicken. They have good stuff, and Casey's has good stuff. That's what I like. What we doing, puppies? I don't have a whole bunch to talk about today. I went to prayer group yesterday. It was very interesting. Some of the stuff that the lady, we'll say the lady, I don't want to mention any names, was talking about. And then some of the stuff I heard preached the other day that I was listening to Brenda Kuhneman, and some of the stuff that she was saying, And then some of the stuff that I heard this morning, and then some of the stuff that I've been reading on, is like a message is, God, are you trying to tell me something? So, I think so. So, I don't know what color that is. I can't really see it. So, I'm listening. So, there's some things that are starting to, in my mind, come together. I was like, oh, I get it. So, anyway, my granddaughter came over last week and she says, Grandma, well, she's saying something about my refrigerator being full. And I says, yeah, my refrigerator's full. She goes, gee. And then she was saying, I told her, she asked about my freezer. I said, I have stuff sitting on there. She wanted to know why there was stuff sitting on it. I said, I have stuff sitting on it because I have so much food in there that I don't have room to close the lid. So I had to put heavy stuff on it to keep the lid down. And she asked about, I opened up the refrigerator to get stuff out to make her lunch. And she says, she says, wow, she says, your refrigerator's full. I said, yeah. And then she was talking about the pantry, and I said, it's full. I said, don't, she asked what it was. I said, well, that's the pantry. Because things have kind of changed since she's come here. My pantry used to be my place where I kept my blankets, but I needed more space, so I used it as a pantry now. It's actually technically what it is for this house is considered a coat closet. It's what it really is. But I've seen somebody else have the same idea in a house like mine. I thought, that's not a bad idea. So quite a few people are using their coat closets for a pantry these days, from what I'm seeing. But anyway, I told her, I said, don't open it up. Something may fall out at you because it's fully stocked. And the refrigerator is fully stocked. She says, you got a lot of food. I said, yeah. And I happened to think about what she said, and then I says, yep, God has blessed us with a lot of food. Now I need him to bless me with a new freezer because I need a bigger freezer for my stuff. So we're going to go up and look at deep freezes to see what we can find, because right now all I can buy is canned food, which is fine because right this moment in time, we don't need groceries. I need canned stuff, but we don't need groceries. That's for sure. So I'm happy. And then the things that I've been hearing are people complaining about gas and complaining about, I've been hearing more of people complaining about gas and people complaining about groceries and stuff and prices and everything. Prices and eggs. Well, the eggs don't really affect me because I'm allergic to them. I can't have them anyway, so we don't even buy them. But my husband, everywhere I heard is people complaining about the prices. And everything I've watched in preaching has to do with, because I was kind of concerned about the gas, was kind of revolving around, what are you guys doing? No. You're not going to puke, are you, on my floor? Anyway, I hope not. I can't hold you. I'm busy. I can't hold a puppy because I'm busy. So, me and my daughter got to talking today. We went somewhere this morning, but they wasn't open, so we come back. And on the way back, we got to talking. And I pretty much confirmed what I was thinking. I just said it out loud. And I told her, I says, well, all of the gas prices, and we got to talking about food and stuff. And when I was telling her, I says, well, the way I'm understanding it, when the food prices are up, it doesn't affect you. You live in the world. You're in the world, but you're not of the world. So the stuff that's going on in the world, that's of the world, doesn't affect you as long as you're connected with God and you're doing what you're supposed to do. He's going to provide for you. That's why you're not seeing, if I go and buy groceries, the prices are high, yes, but even though the prices are high, and I was really surprised, I was kind of shocked. I'll have to admit, I was shocked because $800 in groceries. I was like, oh my, what am I going to do? We had money. We had it. It was there. And I still got to buy all the groceries I needed. I'm happy for that. So, yeah, you're provided for. If you read your Bible and you're praying to God and you're connected with God and you're staying close to God, you're doing everything you're supposed to do, the world, and you're not of the world, and and you're connected with God, you're going to be provided for. And as expensive as things get, they're not going to affect you. And you're still going to have the money that you need to get you through. You're still going to have, and then some, because we have money and then some. I actually, with $800 worth of food, was still actually able to put more money into my checking account or my savings account. So, all right, and still have extra money to put into my second checking. So we're doing awesome. I'm so glad that, and so I was sitting there thinking, and because I wasn't thinking about this, I know that people are supposed to, but I wasn't thinking about it. I was just sitting there thinking, man, I really need a bigger freezer for groceries because I got so many in because I'm being provided for. I never thought of it. It didn't even dawn on me. That's why I said, God is like, yo. So I was like, are you trying to tell me something? Well, that's what he's trying to tell me is we are being provided for. So they just play it. So, no worries. I'm good. I'm happy. So tonight we're going to go up and look at bigger freezers because I need a bigger freezer. And then we saw one that was like $500-$600. And then my daughter told us that there's one in another place that are brand new. And you can get them for about $100 or whatever. So we're going to go look. The one that she said she found that she saw was for I want a chest freezer. My husband wants a stand-up. So we're kind of not really in agreement on what kind we want, but we are in agreement that we both need one. And I want a chest freezer. I kind of don't want to settle because he says that in a regular freezer, a stand-up, you can organize things. But I don't plan on getting rid of my little one, so I can still use that for all of my special food. And then we can put, meat and all that other stuff that we both can eat in the big freezer. And I can just use like the little one for like my stuff, my special stuff that I have to have. And because I told him, I said, well, I'm not planning on getting rid of the little one if that's what you're thinking. And I think that's what he was thinking, but I don't know, because he says, well, we don't have to get rid of the little one. But that little one I've had since my kids were little. But, when we first moved up here and we had a little bit of extra tax money, we went and bought it. But, my kids were little. Little kids, they don't eat a lot. So you don't need a big freezer. So you can, with little kids, you can pretty much buy for 3 people. And out of that third person, you can feed 3 little kids. So especially when you have one who's allergic to every little thing under the sun, practically. But he got over that. As he grew, most of his allergies went away. And then my other son and me both developed allergies. So there you go. But which is why I'm losing weight, because a lot of the typical stuff that you would eat that would cause you to gain, I can't have. I can still gain weight because I can have sugar. And I do have a sweet tooth, and there are times where I want sugar, but I minimize how much I have, and I don't have it all the time. And if I'm eating some and I have cravings for more, or I don't know, I limit myself. I go as far as tell myself, you've had enough. And I know that may sound stupid, but sometimes we just got to discipline ourselves. We got to mother ourselves and tell ourselves, you've had enough. So, if I get sugar cravings, I usually will eat like the piece of candy I just ate or something. Of course, I could sit there and eat these things because they're good. But it is these. And they are good. But I'm not gonna. I've done that once before. It gave me a tummy ache. So, live and learn. No, I don't need to sit and have a bunch of sugar. If I want too much in the way of sugar, then I just go for the natural stuff. I go for the fruit and the vegetables. Oh, I go for the fruit. Vegetables don't really have sugar in them. I try to put this under here so that if the eyeliner decides to run, then it kind of covers it. So it looks like it's supposed to be there. I don't know. That's just the reason I've been putting this on. I just like it. That's all. I just like it. Just like it. I don't really have to have a reason. I wanted to put all my stuff on light today. I'm not going to go anywhere fantastic. So I am going to be able to wear my wedding ring. I put my finger got prayed on yesterday. And, when we were up there, this girl was praying for not just my finger, but a lot of other stuff. But my finger was included. And then I had to tell her, I said, by the way, I have a hip muscle hurting me too. So she prayed on that. And so my finger, I've been wearing the brace because it's been, you know how your middle finger is bigger than so my ring finger was swollen as big as my middle finger, and it was pretty poofy, and it was hurting. My whole hand was hurting to the point where I was just doing this. I went to my doctor's last Tuesday because I had to ask him. I went for my annual. I went for my every 6-month checkup, and because there's a couple of medicines that I'm on that I have to have, blood tests for, and checks for, and stuff. Anyway, by the way, just an FYI, all my tests came out normal. Either way, I asked him about this, and he said that, he says it could be arthritis. It sounds like it's arthritis starting. And I says, well, I don't have that in my hands. I don't want that in my hands because I craft with my hands. And he says, I understand. He says, it's time. He says, I'm sorry you don't want to admit it, but it's time. And I'm sitting there going, time for what? And he says, everybody gets arthritis when they hit a certain age. He says, even I have it. And I'm sitting there thinking, good for you. If you want it, more power to you. I don't want it. I told him, I says, that's the one place I don't want it because I craft, I bake, I sew, I crochet, I do that stuff. I use my hands. Everybody uses their hands, but there's people that just work with their hands. And I'm one of those people that I work with my hands. And I don't want arthritis in it because, it's just, I don't want arthritis in it. It's just, I just don't. I work with my hands. I want to be able to crochet. I want to be able to keep doing stuff. And, he can tell me what he wants, but, you know, I've heard preachers say before, when the doctor tells you stuff, don't argue with him, because I will sit there and I will have a debate with him. I've done it before, many, many times, before I was told, don't do that. Don't have a debate with them, because they think they're always right. They can tell you what they know, but in the end, God is the ultimate doctor. And if I don't want something, I don't want it, and I don't have to have it, because I'm made in the image of God. I made him, his son, his son didn't have, Jesus didn't have arthritis. He didn't have pain in his hips. He didn't have any kind of ailment like that. And I made in his image, and I don't have to have it either. If he didn't have it and I made in his image, then I don't have it. So, not unless I want it, and I don't. So you can have any disease and any virus that you want if you want it. Well, I don't. I was sick a couple weeks ago. Everybody heard that I was unhappy. Everybody heard it. I don't like being sick. I don't do it well. I don't like it. It irritates me. And people that I get around, if I find out they're sick, it's like, stay away from me, because I don't want it. So, I know my granddaughter thinks that hairspray smells good, but I don't like it. But anyway, so that's about it. I don't want it, so I'm not going to have it, and that's just the way it's going to be. But anyway, I got prayed on. It was swollen up. As far as I know, when I went to church, when I came home and took it off last night, the swelling is gone. I slipped my ring on. I slipped my ring right back off. It doesn't feel, I can feel the bone. I don't feel any cushion like you do when it's swollen, because this bone right here, I couldn't even feel it. It was so swollen. And it feels just like this finger. They're the same size. This one's a little pinker than this one because I've had this on. And when I put this on, I usually will get a little piece of a Kleenex and I'll put a little Vaseline on it and put it on, because right through here on the knuckle, it was making it sore when I first started wearing it after I started. Yeah, anyway, so I put some of that on. This is wearing out, and this is broke, and it's fixing to come out, so probably getting time for a new one. But this is just metal inside, and it keeps your finger. I keep trying to bend my finger when I'm in it. I have to take it off when I do stuff, because my hand will bend, and see, my finger will bend now because I've had it off long enough that it's limbered up. When I first get it off, it's as stiff as a board. And if you try to bend it, it will hurt, because it's been, and the doctor says, you can, when you put it in the brace, it helps with the whatever's here that causes the trigger finger. But he says, unfortunately, when you take it off, because your finger's been held stiff for a long time, it'll hurt your finger. So you have to limber it up. So, yep, that's what I got to do. So, anyway, but I'm all happy. I'm going to wear my ring, and it's going to look good on my fingers. I even got my fingernail on crooked. Yes, I do my own nails because it's a lot cheaper. And let me tell you something. These are gel nails, and they don't lift anywhere. I did exactly what they told me. They don't lift anywhere. Them suckers, they's not coming off. And if you try to pull on it, it feels like you're pulling on your actual fingernail. Where, as to where acrylics, when I wore acrylics, whenever I would do something like twisting it like this, I could feel this on top of my nail. You can't feel these on top of your nail. If you pull on it like this or anything, it feels like your natural nail. And let me tell you something, I don't think they're going to come off unless my fingernail comes with them until they're ready to wear off. I heard it be told they last, some people said they last 3 weeks, some people said 4, some people said 5. I like the idea of the 5th week. I'm going to keep these on. I think they're a little long. I'd rather have them shorter. My mom says yesterday, she says, I used to grow my nails that long. I said, yes, I remember, but I just think they're too long for me. But either way, these are mediums. I usually wear shorts. But anyway, I'm going to keep these on to see how long they last. Just because I want to see how long they last. They haven't been on very long. I've had them on since Wednesday, I think. I think I put them on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Tuesday or Wednesday? They've been on for 2 or 3 days. and there's not even a sign of them lifting yet. And normally with my acrylics, I have a sign of lifting. Last time I put them on, I had it on for a couple days, and one fell off, and I had to glue that puppy back on. But it was with regular nail glue, and it wasn't acrylics. I still put gel polish and stuff on, but I glued it with nail glue. Don't glue it with nail glue. Use nail gel, because that holds it. And then you have to get a little miniature light that's probably no bigger than like this to hold your fingernail under. And if you hold it under there for just even a second, it's on. It's on. It ain't on completely. You can pop it off. Put it under there and put it on for a little bit, and then you stick it underneath your UV light. I have a UV light too that I've had for a while, but I'm going to get me a bigger one. There's one on Amazon that I want that you can put both your hands in. I won't put both my hands in at the same time because I'm usually working on my own fingers, my own hands. But it gives me room to spread out my fingers if I want to. And I have granddaughters that are now getting old enough that they like stuff like this. So now they're coming to me. I've got one granddaughter that's already coming to me wanting me to, I swear she's asked me to put nails on her before. I can't remember. But, you know, when Mama says she can, she comes to me and I'll put nails on. I'm also learning how to design them. So, and I have nail stamps, so I can put stamps on there as well and make it pretty. So, I mean, I'm not a professional. Everything comes with practice, just like with everybody else. I do my own nails to save me some money. I do my own nails because I think when you go to the nail salons, I think they're a little selfish, because the last time I went, I had a gift card that my husband gave me for my birthday. I took myself and I took my daughter, and I thought, okay, you know, and I'll have enough to do my nails again after this. I went up there after I called him because the nail place he got my thing at said that, what are you doing, Charlie? Hey. What are you doing? No. The place I was going to get my nails done at, they closed. So I called this one place, and they said, yes, they take the gift cards. So I went up there with me and my daughter and got her nails done. And quit chewing on paper. Quit chewing on paper. That's a no-no. And went up there, and they got ready to pay. She says, you pay now. And my hands were still under the UV light. I wasn't even done. And so I said, well, I have a gift card. And she says, how much you gift card for? And so I told her, and she says, give me your gift card. So I gave her the gift card. She gave me no money back. I mean, she didn't even give me back the gift card. So from that day on, I have never went back to a salon where I've never went back to a nail salon. I've just decided, you know what? You're a little stubborn. You know, you're a little greedy. And I would rather do these at home on my own, where, you know, what I buy is what I get. My prices are cheaper because I can do it myself. So, and I just want to master keeping them on for at least 3 weeks. But hey, if these last for 5, I'm good. Because the typical time in a nail salon, I believe, is 2 to 3 weeks, or 3 to 4 weeks. I don't know what it is. It's a good solid couple of weeks anyway, if not 3. And I've been told that gel nails can stay out for 5 weeks. And so I don't know if they do gel nails or not, but I do. I did it exactly like they told me. I made sure all the cuticles are cleaned up, made sure all the shiny was off of everything. And these puppies are not coming off. And I like that because I can wash my hair, fiddle with my hair when there's no hairspray in it. And you know how if your nails lift, you run your hands through your hair, how it catches on your nails? It don't even do that. So I can do it all I want. Pet my puppies all I want. And it doesn't run through them either. It doesn't tear up their stuff or nothing. I'm just really happy anyway. Charlie, what you doing? So I talked about absolutely nothing on here, but whatever. The only thing that I talked about that I really cared anything about was being blessed. But my granddaughter told me that she likes watching the makeup vlogs, so I made a makeup vlog for her. So here for you, Kaylee. Here's a makeup vlog for you, baby. I love you. So quit doing that. Hey, no. Anyway, I'm going to let you go, and I'll talk to you later. And so until I see you again, read your Bible, pray to God. I love you, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.